Have you ever been accused of being somewhere you've never been by someone who knows you better than most? My other self. The terrifying encounters with what I can only describe as my doppelganger. First of all, thank you to everyone who encouraged me to share this strange story after part 1. Reliving these memories hasn't been easy, but here it goes. Like I said before, my appearance has always been noticeable. I don't blend in. I'm not claiming to be pretty or ugly, just different. I have a scar across my face that people remember. My eyes, my hair color, my style, none of it is what you'd call ordinary. Over the years, I've gone through different hairstyles and clothes, but there's always been something unique about how I carry myself. People remember me. In my early 20s, I spent a lot of time with a group of friends. One of them was Jay. He wasn't just an acquaintance. We had hung out many times. He knew my voice, my laugh, the way I walked, even the way I gestured when I spoke. You can't mistake that kind of familiarity. Eventually, life pulled us apart and we lost touch. Years later, Jay found me on Facebook. It was nice reconnecting. He had moved to another town, and so had I. Every now and then, we'd exchange a friendly message. Nothing strange. Until one night, I got a DM from him. But this time, his tone was different, abrupt, confrontational. "Why did you ignore me?" I blinked at the screen, confused. "Huh? What do you mean?" "I'm asking why you ignored me last Thursday." I froze. For a second, my mind went straight back to what happened years earlier, what I told you in part 1, but no, it couldn't be happening again. I shook the thought away. "What are you talking about?" I typed. He thought I was messing with him. After pushing for answers, he finally told me. He said he had seen me, not just in passing. He had seen me in his own town. The problem? I hadn't set foot in that city for almost 10 years. Jay explained what happened. He was driving along a busy avenue when he spotted me standing on a corner. At first, he couldn't stop, but he circled back to offer me a ride. He was certain it was me. I asked him again and again, was he sure? Couldn't it just have been someone similar? But his answers chilled me. He said, "I rolled down the passenger side window. You were barely a meter away. I called out to you. You looked right at me." I felt my stomach turn. He wasn't describing a stranger. He was describing me. I pressed further. "What about my hair? My makeup?" "Exactly like your pictures," he said. "It was you." But it wasn't me. I hadn't been anywhere near that city. That day, I'd been at work in another town hours away. People could vouch for me. Still, Jay swore he had spoken to me. According to him, he asked me what I was doing there. He even offered me a ride. But here's the part that truly made my blood run cold. My other self didn't answer. She just stared at him silently. Then, without a word, she turned around and walked away. That's not something I would ever do. Anyone who knows me knows I respond when spoken to, especially to a friend. That detail was the only small comfort proof, maybe, that it wasn't really me. But every other detail matched: the way I looked, the way I dressed, even the scar on my face. Jay was rattled. He asked me again and again, how could I lie to him? How could I deny being there when he had been right next to me? His voice and messages was filled with confusion, with disbelief. Finally, I admitted to him that this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. I told him vaguely about the other incident, about the fact that someone else had seen me before when I wasn't there. His reaction was the same as mine the first time: shock, fear, a sense that something was deeply wrong. That night, I could barely sleep. My mind wouldn't stop racing. Once could be a coincidence. Once could be a trick of the mind, a double somewhere in the crowd. But twice, in different towns, with two different people who didn't know each other? That was impossible to explain away. I stared at my phone, rereading his words over and over. It was you. I saw you. You looked at me. But it wasn't me. The more I think about it, the more unsettling it becomes. My other self wasn't just being seen, she was interacting with people, silent, cold, but present. And this wasn't the last time. Because the next time, what happened was even worse. If you want to hear about the third encounter with my other self, stay tuned for the next part.